Hi everyone, Merchant here. So, you may have seen my video from yesterday, but I want to upload more recently now. So, many people have been wanting for some pony to do a video on the history of Rainbow Dash. Basically, who her parents are, and how they met, and what their story is. So, I have a fan fiction for you today. Please note that I have written this from my vision and knowledge of Rainbow Dash. There was a My Little Pony episode that will come out and is already out that says my theory is not true. Please do not say I'm wrong. Remember, this is just from what I think. So, here it is. Usual ponies have 1, 2, or maybe even 3 different colored manes. It's not uncommon, that's for sure. But there's a family that runs on for generations continued, with rainbow-colored hair. In one generation, the family had a memorable, yet depressing story. Colorful Clouds, Rainbow Dash's future mother, had a rather tough upbringing. She was taught to fly through anything no matter what. If there was a horrible tempest, Colorful was taught to fly through it. If there was a blizzard, Colorful could fly through it. If there was a nasty well, you get my point. Not only was Colorful skilled, but she was also beautiful. Her coat was a glimmering white with a bright rainbow-colored mane, and it was prized possession with fantastically feathered wings. Many stallions fell in love with her. I mean, wouldn't you have? But one day, she met a stallion she just couldn't reject. I mean, at first sight, he seemed perfect. It all started when Colorful applied for and got a job at the Cloudsdale Weather Factory. It was often unlikely for mares to get a job there at that time, but Colorful was obviously different. Colorful walked in on the first day looking for a stallion named Lightning Dash. He would be the one to show her around. "Hello?" Colorful called. "Is any pony named by Lightning Dash?" A dim blue stallion with a rainbow-colored windswept mane trotted up to Colorful, but froze. His heart stopped as he looked at her. He even forgot to breathe. Lightning mumbled as he tried resting a hoof on a nearby table, but ended up knocking over fresh jars of rainbows. He babbled and began showing off his wing strength by using his wings to pick up the heavy jars. Impressed, Colorful began to slowly fall in love with him. After a while, they spent more and more time together, finding out that they had many things in common with each other every single day. 2 years after dating, Lightning finally proposed. The happy couple sealed their trust and love in each other with a kiss that lifted their hooves off the ground and into the air, going higher and higher. Another 2 years went by in a blur, and Colorful became pregnant. Assuming it was a boy, Lightning made his soon-to-be son a grand room filled with Wonderbolt's posters, a bed with fake wings over the headboard of it, some of Lightning's old trophies, and wing weights. Those were all a growing Pegasus boy needed. But all went wrong. The baby was given life, and its mother was given death. Colorful had a sickness, a disease inside her all along. She thought she would get better, so she didn't tell Lightning. As it became worse, she still did not tell Lightning, but she was worried that she would die before the baby was born. She tried everything she could to stay alive, to make the last thing she ever saw be her newborn filly. Alas, the baby was born, a girl, and as the baby arrived, the mother left. Far too filled with despair, Lightning left the room like it was. The baby had a rainbow mane with a baby blue coat. She had a large craving for her mother's rainbow jam that she made before she left. So she grew the name of Rainbow, as in Rainbow Speedy Dash. Soon after her birth, Rainbow learned how to fly with ease. Finding the Wonderbolt's poster in her room, she began to become a fan, following by her longing to become part of the amazing team. Lightning, being only raised by her father, Rainbow became very boyish. Her father taught her ways to be sneaky, how to pull pranks, and best of all, how to eat a meal in 10 seconds flat. Lightning ignored the fact that Rainbow was a girl, for he had already raised Rainbow Dash like a boy anyway. And all Lightning wanted to do is to show Colorful that he was a good father, because he knew that Colorful was still up there watching him somewhere. Lightning enrolled Rainbow in flight school at the age of 5 because he himself was far too busy with work to teach Rainbow the basic flying techniques, since after Colorful died, he worked more hours to make more bits. Rainbow learned myths, legends, and stories of flying history, and made some history herself by performing the first ever sonic rainboom. But Lightning never knew, for he started to drive his relationship with his daughter and himself apart with working such long hours. When Rainbow woke up in the morning, Lightning wasn't at home, so she had to make her own breakfast and get herself to school on her own. So when she got home, Lightning still wasn't home. She had to make herself a snack and dinner. Rainbow learned to fully care for herself at the age of 6. She had led a sad, lonely life for a year, and the only friend she had at the time was Fluttershy. Other colts started to bully Rainbow Dash, where she could not practice flying at home because she had to fly with an adult at all times, and her father was never home, so she started to fall behind the rest of the class. All the colts at flight school started to tease her by calling her Rainbow Crash. Also, because of the haunting nightmares she had at night, she didn't sleep most nights, so during the day at flight school, she usually fell asleep during class. As if things couldn't get any worse, Rainbow felt so far behind she ended up being pulled out of flight school. Filled with depression of her loneliness, Rainbow ran away at the age of 9. She flew and flew till she could not fly anymore. She flew back home, shivering, hungry, and thirsty. It was midnight, and her father had just gotten home. He had thought Rainbow was safely asleep in her room, but he found the truth as he found his rugged daughter slam the front door, tears flowing down her cheeks. After learning why Rainbow had run away, Lightning vowed to change. It broke his heart that he didn't know where his daughter was, why she was there, and worst of all, not wondering where she was. As he had promised, Lightning changed. He worked part-time just as he used to. Rainbow became a better flyer and eventually became better than her old class. And as for her relationship with her father, it healed back to happiness. When Rainbow Dash finally became old enough, she got a job herself at the weather factory. And when she got enough bits, she moved out. She moved into a house closer to the town of Ponyville, where Fluttershy had now been living in. After 2 loyal years of working at the weather factory where she created the supplies for the weather, Rainbow got promoted to a weather pony. Her father was so proud of his daughter's achievements. Lightning retired soon after Rainbow got promoted. Rainbow still visits her father. She still cares for him just as he did for her when he had changed. Even today, Lightning still keeps his promise to Rainbow Dash. As for Colorful, well, she had seen Rainbow Dash's life, her story, the change in not only Lightning, but in Little Dashy too. Well, that's pretty much the end. It was a little sad, but the ending was nice, don't you think? I hope you enjoyed the little story. If you have any suggestions for future analogies you'd like me to do, go ahead and comment. We're Jenna, out. See ya.